Alright guys, I am back for another mop-up video, and it's been 24 hours in my time. Obviously, it's only like 2 hours in your time. But I thought I would show you how those turned out, and I love them. All of them turned out really well with their stuff, and of course we're going to have barking dogs tonight. And yeah, so then this one's one of my favorites. Yeah, I really like that one. It turned out really good. And then this one, of course, with this one here. And if you'll, ooh, that doesn't look good. I'll have to use some paint on that one. That one turned out really cute too, I think. Anyways, with all the little shinies just in there. Yeah, so yeah, we got another, I mean, that was like 4 videos worth. So yeah, I mean, for me, it was one setting, but for you guys, not so much. Okay, so right now, tonight, well, in this video, I should say, we're going to mass make a couple of things, and then the next couple of videos, we're going to decorate them, okay? So bear with me while we're making them. We are making notepads out of different scraps that I have, and I've already kind of took some of my scraps, already kind of measured out what I want. So we'll do one at a time. And this one, we're going to do, I believe it's 1 inch down. So I'm going to score, and then I'm going to double check before I do anything. And we're just going to make these kind of a couple of different sizes. Plus I'm going to do something just a tad different with one of the other, pieces. Some of those file folders, because I really like those, but I just never know how to move, like, I never know how to kind of like use them when I get them in a kit. So we're going to make little booklets out of those. And I'm hoping we get everything kind of mass made in this one, in this little video. Yeah, so I hope you guys are all doing well. Of course, it is Christmas Day when you're seeing these. So if you're joining me on that day, then I hope your Christmas is going well. And if it's a couple of days later, then I hope that day went well for you too. Yeah. Again, these are, like I said, we're just mass making some booklets in there. I'm gonna use up a lot of these fussy cut pieces. And Bo is home. Oh, but yeah, that it would be a fun little thing to do, to use up a lot of these pieces. And I went just a little too long on the top piece there. So we'll just trim our papers down when we get to that point. And I have a feeling this one will probably be about the same too. So I am off until the day after Christmas now. So, I mean, it's only 4 days, but still, it'll be 4 rejuvenating days for me. I'm super excited about it, actually. So these are the mass make ones that I was talking about, or not mass make, sorry, file folders. So yeah, like I said, I always get confused on how to use them, as far as like wanting to use them some other way than they're originally intended. And I see all these people use these in like the cutest little ways, and it just never works for me. So I usually end up making them into booklets, which is what we're going to do now. Oh, there's some more of the paper. So yeah, anywho. Hey, Boo. I am recording, just so you know. Do you work tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah. Dinner's in the oven, baby. You're welcome. All right, and then we're going to make little booklets out of these ones too. These remaining big tags that are still together. So, but I already, like I said, I already kind of cut pieces down. I used some scraps, you know, that sort of thing. And these we might have to clean up with my shoddy cutting from earlier, but I already kind of showed you how I usually do that. So makes it a whole lot easier. I was actually thinking, I know it's kind of late in the game, but I might end up just doing a couple of photographs of the tags that I made and putting them on Instagram. I'm terrible about posting that stuff on Instagram, and I don't post much on my Facebook. So yeah, that's I use my Facebook more for like personal life stuff, not like content. So my little mini cutter's getting really dull. Doesn't like to cut stuff much anymore. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Cut. There's that one. Clean this one up. Hard to square these things up, you know. Oh, see? Oh, I almost did a no bueno. Okay. It was a crazy, crazy week at work. Holy moly. I mean, it's been crazy, but it just seems like it's getting crazier and crazier. And we're at this like weird growth period where, you know, there's not enough growth to hire like another person for the office, but we're at the point now where I think I'm just going to do 2, right? 2 in each of those. It's just, like I said, it's to the point now where we need a second person, but like the finances just aren't there. And it probably won't be for a while. And so I mean, literally, guys, I could work probably 12 to 13 hours a day and not be caught up ever. And I hate going into the weekends, like feeling like I don't have it done, you know, like, or going, like I said, into the weekends and just feeling like I'm not producing like I should, if that makes any sense. I don't know that I've actually ever made booklets like this before. So this will be interesting. Those are just about like perfect in size, okay? I don't have any idea yet how I'm going to decorate them. None whatsoever. Okay, and there's 3 of these, and I can't remember how many sheets I did for that. So we'll start out with 2, and then we'll go from there. We could have a smaller one in them, right? Where they each get 3. Sounds like a plan to me. It's not like they're really going to go in the same journal. At least I hope not. It's not really the plan at the moment. Oh, I do kind of like that. Throw a little bit of ink in there. It might actually end up being cute. Oh, I think that is going to be cute. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we got those. Clip that really quick so we don't lose any of that. Okay. Then we'll work on these three because these are going to be just a tad different. I'll ink this first. All right, now one, two clipped. Oh, I think I just bumped you guys. All right, there we go. Well, let's just get started. I'm gonna do a few. Oh, I need this little tool here. Are you still hungry, Bear?
Yeah.
Indeed. It's good stuff tonight, isn't it?
Huh?
So it's actually pretty good tonight, isn't it?
It's usually good. It's just, I think we just haven't had it in a long time, so it's really good.
I made a, I don't know, I kind of call it like a hamburger pie, and it's really nothing special. It's basically I take 2 pounds of ground beef, fry it up, and then I use those hash brown patties. Well, first I put down like almost a whole stick of butter at the bottom of the pan.
Ah, that's why it tastes good.
Yeah. So I put down almost a whole stick of butter, and then I lay my hash brown patties down, and then I put the cooked hamburger on top, and then I put shredded cheese on the top of it, and then just put it in the oven to melt it at like 350 for like 20-25 minutes. So super simple, and yet the reward is so good. It's just one of those, like, I don't really feel like cooking type of dinners, but you gotta cook, right? Because we're all big people and eating out's expensive. And let me tell you, it's not been great in our household lately. I mean, I think everybody's feeling the pinch, but literally it's coming down to Christmas or electricity, right? Like, I think a lot of us are having to make those sacrifices, right? And choices that we wouldn't normally want to make. But anyhow, yeah, let's just keep going here. I know it's all temporary and this too shall pass, but just waiting for it to pass, you know, You guys know what I'm talking about. The waiting is hard, is it not? Hopefully, by this time next week, I can happily report that I got a raise. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Say some prayers. Technically, if you said them now, then it would be current events. So that would be amazing. I would really appreciate that. It just seeing, I know it's like divorce recovery, right? Everything was great the first year. And then obviously prices are going up, up, up. And the financial crush is on everybody. And yeah, I guess I'm probably just preaching to the choir on that, huh, guys? This morning, I had a conversation with a friend, basically, because they woke up kind of grumpy like I did. I was like, you know what? I think the best thing for us to do today is just start saying everything we're thankful for, right? Because it was going to be one of those days. And so we did. We kind of quickly, between the two of us, listed out a handful of things we were thankful for. And sure enough, the mood lifted. So, anywho, I'm probably preaching to the choir because you guys already know that. But I find that tactic very, very helpful when I'm in a bad mood. Kind of helps put things into perspective, doesn't it? Okay, there's 4. And I don't even know when I started. How funny is that, huh? Okay, let's try. I was gonna maybe see if, of course, I have to, that will probably work. At least on these. I don't think it'll work on the other things, but okay. Oh, I guess I can take that off now, huh? And then we'll throw it, oh, excuse me, perspective ribbon on. I'm going to kind of ink heavy on these. Just kind of drowned out some of the white, right? I'm so naughty. I haven't even like wrapped any of my presents for the kids or anything yet. I better get my keister on it, huh? I'm just wondering what a little bit of ink on these edges might do for it. Not a ton, just a little bit of color. Yeah, that does look kind of nice. Let's see if I can get this lined up. Let's see if we can make it happen in there. Looks like I can. And then to kind of cover those, if I feel like they're a little iffy, then we can throw something else in there. And then we'll use a cute little ribbon or something. Sorry I'm being so quiet. I'm just because I'm really focused. I do have a lot on my mind. I don't know how much of it I can share at the moment, but yeah, I do have some stuff on my mind. Worried for my friend Lori. She's she had surgery last week, so it'll be almost 2 weeks ago by the time you see this. She's kind of a miracle. She really shouldn't have survived last summer on some surgeries that she had. A lot of you probably follow her on her YouTube, but it's Enchanted Dreams 71, I think is her channel name. Anyways, yeah, so she's been weighing heavy on my mind today because she had surgery. Well, I don't know how she's made her story public, so I feel like I can share it a little bit. But last summer, she was deficient, and I apologize, Lori, in advance if I get what you were deficient on first wrong. But I think she was deficient on potassium first. You know what? I'll try to link her testimony video down below. Anyway, she was deficient in potassium, so the hospital really tried to up her potassium. In the meantime, it depleted her entire body of calcium and someone, I'm not sure, one other vitamin or mineral or whatever you want to call them that's vital, right? And so then she spent all night locked up. She couldn't say anything. Poor thing. My heart goes out to you, Lori. And so she says it's so much better in her testimony that she did. I know she did it for her church, but then she also released it on her channel. So anyhow, she survived that, really, literally by the grace of God, right? She tells a story about how she was basically, and Lori, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically that night she was held by the arms of Jesus, right? So she survived that, and it's just been the last few months have just been she's telling in the video, her whole hand was cramped, so tight that she couldn't open it. And she, her whole body just locked up. And those of you that have suffered from something like that before can probably really empathize with her. So she's struggled with her hands. And so I'm sorry, Larry, I don't know exactly how because I haven't had time to watch more than 2 or 3 of your videos lately. She struggled with the hands for a good couple months now. And I think I might be able to get those tags in there. Anyways, and she's had carpal tunnel surgery last week. And so I saw a post briefly this morning, or maybe it was mid-afternoon. Because I'm not even really getting lunches at work anymore, but while I was sitting at my desk for a few minutes before I had to go out on deliveries, I kind of clicked on Facebook for a couple of seconds, and I saw that she was headed back for a post-op, and that it, the surgery and stuff wasn't really going very well for her. So I don't know, that girl survived a whole lot more than some, I think. That whole score. From what I can remember, I watched her, more or less her survival video, her testimony for her church. People that have that severe of depletion of calcium, and whichever one else it was, don't generally live to tell the tale. So she's really like a miracle walking, right? I don't think I'm going to do that, how I did the inking around the other ones. I think I'm going to leave them how they are. for dramatic effect. And I may end up having to trim some of this because it looks like it's just a tad bigger when it's actually in the inside. So we may have to do a little bit of adjusting, which is a-okay, I think. Oh, and it doesn't quite fit. Let's see if I can, how does, I don't know. I was like, Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah does it a certain way. I think there's, I thought there was a like an extended way to be able to do that, but gosh if I know. All right, so we're just gonna do the good old-fashioned string. And I've got some up over here, so we'll just poke our holes and go about our business real quick. Oh, that one's probably off just a tad, but that's okay. Anyways, it just seems like one thing after another for this lady. I'm like, her 2023 has just sucked. And then Jamie Bradley is, from what I understand, he's still doing well, but it's just a really long road, and I just want everybody to just have a happy, healthy life, you know? So my girls, if you're listening and watching this one, my prayers and my thoughts are definitely with you girls. And then my other friend, Emily, whom I'm sure most of you guys know, she has struggled the last few years with stuff too. So, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of weighed down by that tonight. The pain of the world, so to speak. I don't know. Do you guys ever get that way, really? Or it just seems like everybody you know is facing a battle and you feel helpless because there's nothing you can really do other than say a couple of prayers and remind them that you're there for them if they need you. That's kind of where I'm at these days. I just kind of feel helpless. There's nothing I can do. It's kind of a long one, kids. Sorry. Apparently I didn't catch that one. How was work, Boo?
It was long, but it was good.
Yeah? Did you have any interesting customers today?
Customers.
Hospital customers.
I did some pretty interesting wound dressing changes and got a lot of good education. Yeah.
Your mom had a fascinating day.
Did you?
She had to clean a wound and then push it back together and super glue it and then stereo strip it. That was fascinating. Not really. It was so gross. Blech. You know how we...
It was worse when you worked with it already?
my knees still buckle at like, just like the smell and the sight of blood from when I ripped open my ankle.
The one I did twice today might be able to walk through your channel.
Yeah, maybe not so much. I'll listen to it right after I get this one done. I need to do this one and then I'll be done.
It's just like a 3 hands on deck situation.
Ooh. For those of you that are new or just rejoining us, Bo now works at the hospital. He's part of this, it's a, let's see, a CNN, but a what is it? Okay, CNA, so it's PNA. So basically, he's a patient care specialist. And he's getting the training of a CNA. And so through this program, he'll be able to take the test to get his CNA. And then once he does that, he will be going on to get an RN certificate, degree, license, maybe. Not quite sure how RNs run like that, but yeah. So at first, I mean, I will always support anybody in what they want to do, right? First, I was a bit hesitant because he's not ever really been one to like want anything messy on his hands, and I wasn't quite sure, you know, sometimes bodily fluid grosses the kid out, you know, things like that, which really for sure, but you know, I think that boy's finally found his calling. He comes home in such good spirits, and I think he's, even though a lot of the people he has to deal with, it's like a sad thing, I think he's finding his calling in life. He is on kind of the unit where it's like severe, not end of life type, but very close, I guess. I don't think it's like an ICU unit, but I think it's more, and I try to be delicate around this subject, more like the mental health type ward, not obviously mental health like suicidal, but more like dementia, that sort of thing. I think he does get quite a few elderly. He's had a homeless gentleman that he's had to, and most of these patients are ones that you have to be there like 100% of the time. Like they can't really be left alone. So yeah, that's how he spends most of his days, is with patients like that. So, you know, he's loving it. So I just love that he's loving it. I think it takes a special kind of person to be able to care for sick people in a hospital or in nursing homes or you know, things like that. Okay, so originally I was going to put their ties in now, but I think we'll wait till we get our decorations to see if maybe this works better, or maybe this, or I've got some other colors we can use, so we'll just wait till we get to that. So I think this is where I say adios for the evening, and well, for this video I should say, because you're going to see another one shortly. So yeah, when I come back we will start decorating on these. All right guys, bye.